What's happening, folks? It's me again. We're going to talk about the second experimental programmatic SEO website. But first, what if? Hear me out. What if? Instead of treating every single site like it was quote unquote important, like it was, we got to do 20 hours of keyword research and compile a list of topics to write about and all kinds of other riffraff and get the best writers on board and start writing and waiting and doing the whole typical niche site process. We create, we move on, reassess at a later date. Boom, that's it. However, the creation process can't be, I need to write 10, 20, 30 articles. It's got to jam some stuff out. Creating simple sites, super simple, but simple doesn't necessarily mean bad. Especially when you come from, like I have, from a place of long form content is what's used to rank. It's kind of difficult to transition into, hey, maybe word count is not the most important thing as opposed to what we're simply trying to give the audience, if that makes sense. And of course we base it. What I mean by that is, I'm trying to think of a good example. This is, of course, extemporaneous, so I have to think on the fly. I don't know. I can't think of a good example. I'm not very good at this. But it's based on data set first and then keywords, as opposed to, I found all these low ranking keywords. Let's try to find a data set to fit that, which is what I did the first time around, which worked out. I mean, granted that site's, barely 2 weeks old. I think it's probably gotten around, I don't know, I got the little 20 click notification in Google Search Console. So that's lovely. But I don't even remember what I was talking about. Anyway. So I just took not a screen grab. I plotted some data from one of my longer form article websites, basically looking at the distribution of page views on the left-hand column and number of articles on the bottom x-axis. What am I talking about? Y-axis page views, x-axis pages. And you can see, and it's a logarithmic form, because if I did it in the typical fashion, you could not tell, all those 1, 2, 3 or 1, 2, 10 type the number of page views per month. It'd just be a straight line, because the one outlier grossly disformed the graph. So it's logarithmic form, base 2. So every single plot line is doubled from the previous one. You can see you can see that. So you can see kind of, it's a lot easier and better way to present this kind of information, especially when there's a huge disparity between the lowest and the highest. So, 1, 2, there's 4 dots here, 8 dots here. And then same thing as far as page views go, or number of post page views. So all these down here at the bottom, those are pretty new articles, between, less than 3 months old. So they're not getting anything. They're pretty bad. Not bad. They're just haven't aged. These ones, of course, outliers, major outliers, and not necessarily the highest earners. These bad boys right here, those really, the bulk of the work. What is that? 100 and maybe 100 posts that are getting between 16 and 250 page views per month. That's my sweet spot. I think that's where I want to be. I don't necessarily want to have this huge disparity. Like these bad boys right here, if they go away, that's a huge impact. These bad boys right here, That's the those are my Lance Corporals. Forgot the backbone of the site are these bitches right here. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I want. I want thousands of pages that are bringing in between 10 and 100 page views per month, because those are what's going to be bringing in that work. You know what I'm saying? So logistics of this site, we're finally getting into the potatoes of this. So massive data set, but the data isn't the product, so to speak, because it's literally just a list of every single city in the United States. I apologize if I'm a little, I'm jacked up on coffees this morning. I'm targeting a keyword, not necessarily. Oh, this is a weird phrasing because I'm not necessarily targeting a keyword, but I am, I guess, targeting the phrase best service in city. In this, when I say every city in the United States, I'm talking every city, from population, max LA, New York City to, I don't know, Benton, Alabama, population 50. You know what I mean? Every single city. So targeting the best, this specific service in that specific city, comma state. The thing is, the service is an online service. So I don't have to figure out if Benton, Alabama has this specific service available to them. I know they don't, because I Googled it and the results are, they don't even have a Yelp, you know what I'm saying, that shows up for it. So with that, the services all being online, I don't have to sit there and tailor every single post to that, the local services to that city. I'll talk about, actually how I'm going to do it in the next slide. But my goal with this, fingers crossed, is that those low to mid population cities, towns, hamlets, villages, what have you, that's where I'm going to get the bulk of my results from. The 4,000 population city in Wyoming. That's who I want coming to the site. But I'm not going to sit there and I'm not going to make best service in Los Angeles. Because why would I? Why? There's 81,000 cities out here. You know what I mean? Like, I'm going to hit every single one. So how am I going to do this? Basically using a site that never really took off. I think mostly AI written stuff with some minor editing. There's a few pages that get some search volume or some organic traffic every month, but never really took off the way I thought it would or whatever. So just using that. And it's mainly because I don't want to go through the process of figuring out a domain name, buying a domain name, installing all my stuff, creating all the pages and everything, designing it and all that kind of riffraff. I'm just going to use this one because it's here, it's now, it's available, boom. And it also fits the theme of what I'm like, what these posts are going to be about. You know what I mean? Additionally, it is display ads approved. I do have everything configured and everything for display ads. They're just not on there because I don't know why. I honestly don't know why they're not on there. So I just got to, turn them back on and then it'll be good. Hopefully there's not a lot of configuration, whatever. I already checked, like the AdSense were up, Ezoic were up, whatever. So it's good to go. So affiliate offers, again, maybe this should have been after the next bullet point, but the post layout, it's basically just going to be an intro. And that's where I'm going to have, the title's going to have the city name, the intro is going to have the city name, and the conclusion is going to have the city name. But the actual meat, is going to be just one reusable block that I'm going to plug in. And that way, if and when I want to add services, remove services, whatever, depending on how, how things are going, I don't have to do it for every single post, or I don't have to go in and recreate, those sections. I can just do it in the reusable block. Boom, add new service, and then it blasts it out to, the 81,000 posts that are going to be created. And the service offers, the affiliate offers, they pretty decent range of cost, a couple $100 to a couple $1,000, and the commission is pretty decent as well. I put 20, 30, more like 10 to 40, depending, just what I'm seeing. And again, I can just take that, the reasonable block and edit it as I see fit, as assuming this all goes according to what's going on in my head, and that is to plan. I can reorder that in a way to maximize earnings, or if I see one gets whatever, well, that's it. Just maximize conversions. Yeah, that's really it. That's pretty much it. Let's see. That's the last slide. Again, I'm not necessarily looking for these winners. I'm not looking for those. I'm looking for I'm looking for, what are there, 81,000? Let's see. I think it's 81,000. Yeah, 81,000. I don't know, registered cities, whatever. I don't know. 81,000 in the United States. If I get even 10,000 that bring, 10 page views a month, 100,000 page views. If I get 1,000 that bring 10 a month and 2 sales a month, cool. That's still $100, $200, $300 for 2 days worth of work, perhaps. Writing the meat section, intro, conclusion, that's going to be done last, because it's literally just going to be, hey, are you looking for the best service, blah, 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 and you're in Benton, Alabama, wherever? We have them here. Boom. And then conclusion. If you're a, service in your area, let us know. We'll include you on this list. And then if somebody reaches out and they say, all right, yeah, we'll rent that spot out to you. You can be the top spot for $100 a month or something. You know what I mean? So that's that. That is that.